The market on Zaris was unlike any place Eli had ever visited. Floating stalls glimmered with bioluminescent fruits, robotic vendors chattered in dozens of languages, and the scent of exotic spices filled the humid air. He had been sent to this colony on a minor mission by the United Earthspace Federation, a simple task: deliver crucial maintenance supplies to the research station on the outskirts of the city. But Eli had learned by now that simple was never simple when Lyra was involved. Lyra wasn't just any alien. She was a Thalari, the race known for their opalescent skin, iridescent hair, and mischievous golden eyes that could seem innocent one moment and dangerously playful the next. When Eli had first met her weeks ago at the docking station, she had been leaning over a malfunctioning cargo drone, laughing as sparks flew in every direction. He tried to help. She'd told him he was hopeless in the most teasing tone, and somehow he'd been smitten instantly. Now, as he navigated the crowded streets of Zaris, for Eli felt a familiar flutter in his chest. The mission shouldn't have been complicated, but with Lyra around, nothing ever was. The unexpected meeting. He rounded a corner and froze. There she was, sitting atop a levitating crate, legs dangling casually as she inspected a small, glowing device in her hands. Her hair shimmered in the artificial light of the market's lanterns, reflecting colors that seemed almost impossible. "Eli," she called, a playful lilt in her voice. "Finally decided to show up, or are you planning to wander lost forever?" He approached quickly, waving his hands as if to explain. "I got held up. Traffic. Okay, not traffic. More like technical anomalies." He trailed off, knowing the explanation sounded flimsy even to himself. Lyra laughed, hopping down effortlessly. Always an excuse. I suppose that's part of the human charm. Or the human annoyance." She tilted her head, eyes sparkling. "Depends on the day." "I can't help it," Eli said, smiling despite himself. "You make everything more complicated." Lyra's grin widened. "Complicated, yes, but entertaining too, it seems." The teasing begins. They walk through the market together, weaving between alien shoppers and robotic carts. Eli tried to focus on the mission, but Lyra was relentless. Every few steps, she nudged him with an elbow, whispered something sarcastic about his attire, or challenged him to guess the origin of some bizarre alien fruit. At one point, she held up a small, luminescent sphere. "Bet you can't guess what this does, human." He squinted. "It's edible?" She shook her head, suppressing laughter. "Wrong. It's a holographic memory capsule. Each bite reveals a memory from the eater's past." Eli raised his eyebrows. "Wait, that's dangerous." "Now, if you don't cheat," Lyra said, tossing it lightly toward him. He caught it instinctively, heart pounding, not from the object, but because she was so close. "You really are reckless," he muttered. "And you're easily startled," she replied, her grin widening. Perfect combination for a human hero. The delivery. After navigating the market maze, they arrived at the outskirts, where the research station hovered on stilts above the glowing alien forest. Eli stepped forward, supplies in hand, and began his work. Lyra watched, leaning casually against a support beam, her posture relaxed but her eyes sharp, tracking every move. "You know," she said after a while, "humans always make such a fuss over mundane tasks." Eli wiped sweat from his brow. "Maybe that's because mundane tasks are, well, important?" "Perhaps," Lyra conceded, then tilted her head with a mischievous glint. "Or maybe you're just slow. Either way, amusing." Eli laughed. "I'll take slow and amusing over bored and judgmental any day." Lyra's golden eyes softened for a brief moment before she leaned closer. "Flattery human? Bold move." "I prefer honesty," he said quietly, meeting her gaze. She leaned back, smirking. Honesty can be dangerous, especially when humans say things like that. The tease that changes everything." As they finished the delivery, Eli packed the last of supplies. Lyra hovered near him, her presence warm and unsettling at the same time. She leaned slightly, brushing a strand of shimmering hair behind her ear, and said softly, "What else do you expect to receive from me, human?" Eli froze. His mind raced. Was she joking? Was this one of her playful teases? Or was there something more? I don't know, he admitted honestly. His voice sounded louder than he intended. I guess maybe I already have enough. Lyra's smile faltered for the briefest instant before returning to its usual playful curve. Enough, she teased. Humans are such curious creatures, always wanting more than they can handle. Eli swallowed, trying to steady his racing heart. Maybe I just want what I deserve. Lyra tilted her head, examining him like he was some strange puzzle. Then, with a sudden, mischievous laugh, she clapped him lightly on the shoulder. Bold, dangerous, entertaining. You continue to surprise me, human Eli. A moment alone. Later, as night fell over the glowing forest and the station's lights reflected on the glassy water below, Lyra led Eli to a small observation deck. The stars here were brighter, clearer, untouched by city haze. "Do you see that?" she asked, pointing to a cluster of violet suns. "They're billions of light years away, yet visible from here." "It's incredible," Eli whispered. Lyra's voice softened. "You know, humans often chase distant stars, thinking they're unreachable. But the real magic, the real wonder, is right in front of you." Eli's heart skipped. He turned toward her. "Are you saying me?" She laughed softly, not answering directly. Instead, she handed him a small holographic device, a map of the forest, glowing gently. "Maybe, maybe not. Depends on how well you read the signs." Eli took it, feeling a warmth in his chest he couldn't explain. "Lyra, Sure," she whispered, placing a delicate hand over his. "Let's not spoil the mystery just yet." The confession. The next few days passed in a blur of work and playful teasing. They repaired equipment, navigated alien terrain, and often found excuses to spend time together. Eli learned more about Lyra, her love for music, her fascination with Earth literature, her secret fear of deep water. And slowly, Lyra revealed more of herself, letting her guard down in ways no one else had seen. One evening, as they watched twin moons rise above the horizon, Eli finally spoke. "Lyra, I know you like to joke, tease, play games, but I need to tell you something." She looked at him, golden eyes glowing in moonlight. "And what is that, human? You dare tell me the truth?" He nodded. "Yes, the truth. I like you more than I should. Maybe more than I've liked anyone. You make everything better, and I can't stop thinking about you." Lyra was silent for a long moment. Then, with a soft laugh, she touched his cheek lightly. "Bold, human, honest, dangerous. But I like you too." Eli felt his chest swell, hope and relief mingling in a way he had never experienced. "You do?" She smiled, brushing her thumb across his jaw. "Yes, but you must understand, I don't do things the easy way." He grinned. "I wouldn't have it any other way." The first touch, the moment that followed was simple, yet unforgettable. Lyra leaned closer, their foreheads almost touching, and whispered, "Then maybe the universe isn't so complicated after all." Eli closed his eyes, heart pounding, and reached out to hold her hand. For the first time, her teasing tone gave way to sincerity, and in that moment, he realized that everything, the market, the mission, the challenges, had led him here. Lyra leaned in, brushing her lips lightly against his cheek in a fleeting, teasing kiss. "Careful, human. You might start expecting things." "I think I'll survive," he said, laughing softly. Her golden eyes glimmered, warm and playful. "Perhaps, but just know you'll never be bored." And with that, she pulled back, giggling as she vanished into the forest path, leaving Eli standing there with a smile he couldn't suppress. The beginning of something new. From that day on, their partnership became legendary on Zari's 4. Whether they were teasing each other in the market, working side by side in the research station, or navigating alien forests, Eli and Lyra's bond grew stronger. For Eli, life had changed in ways he had never imagined. He realized that love, like the universe, was vast, mysterious, and full of surprises. And sometimes it came disguised as playful teasing, golden eyes, and a hint of danger. "What else do I expect to receive from you, Lyra?" he asked one evening, echoing her playful words from that first night. She laughed, leaning against him. "Everything you can handle, human, and perhaps more." Eli grinned, knowing he was ready for it. Whatever the universe had in store.